Good afternoon. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. By welcome back, I mean, hey, what's going on for the first time today? Looks like the market's waking up. Finally waking up. Today was, just to be honest with you, it was going to be a slow day. Coming into today, thought we'd get some action. Was watching early in the morning. Nothing really going on, so I said, let's take a nice day off. Come back in the afternoon, get shit done. So over here, you could see there was basically nothing, all open. I mean, right into lunch, nothing happened. So again, those of you wondering, I think some of you mentioned it. I mean, let's just be honest. Everything was just a continuation from yesterday. So something was taking profit. Those big positions that we had from over the weekend that started to take profit on Monday, they kind of just did the exact same thing today. So again, if this is where you make decisions based on yourself. If you're going to be taking profit the next day because it continued to move, just beat yourself first. There's a lot of examples of this. Things like, for instance, if you're not going to hold through travel through the week, then just know better not to continue to push that position, take profit. There's things like X, for instance, that I bet there's one person in here that in the group that held through yesterday and now took profit today. It's like, why didn't you take profit with the rest of us yesterday? What do you mean? What are you talking about? You don't need to keep. What do you mean you got to keep pushing that position, right? There's a lot of examples of this. We'll look at after close. We'll see what we get here for some action. There's obviously a lot of positions that continue just to keep putting points on, and that's really the continuation from low volume from yesterday. So, for instance, QFIN, RAD, those big positions. GoPro, we got out the trend line today. Had take profits at the trend line. Those got filled. It's a good transition spot. I'll actually show that. We're not really seeing anything on the average. Right up here. So again, we took this trade at $8. You don't really know when and where you're doing anything, so you use transitions. So trend line, transition here. Also, this trend line here, transition, take profit, look for the new re-entry. What's the new entry? Well, price could come back down to here, buy at support, or price breaks through the trend line, and you can buy on the break here. But there's also the fact that this is quite a bit of points. There's quite a bit of points here, so this could be an opening buy into the trend line. Again, if you're expecting price to get to a point, don't wait and watch it move to that point. Enter it, and then make a decision when it gets to that, if it breaks through or not, right? That's how this position is going to be managed. This is a very liquid position to manage, very, very easy. So, again, another example. Trends continue. Again, take profits continued from yesterday. So I get some examples. Obviously, tech getting a little bit of a boost today because why? Well, there's not much volume, so you go to where things are liquid, which is mega caps, right? Mega caps are liquid. So we're seeing a lot of bullishness, not bullishness, but a lot of action on that side of things, which is to be expected. Now, if we look at, let me just put it in relation. It's not because there's some elevated volatility or something, right? That's not why. No, it's just because, again, we've been on a trend for a while, and there was just a removal of demand. That's just all there was. It was a removal of demand for today. It happens. You need to take profit day, a stop day. So again, sometimes you're going to be in that sort of zone where, you know what, you're not going to do anything on the day, even though we're in for an action-packed week, right? We're in for an action-packed week. So again, we had some tech boosts. Let me show you something like X. Give an example, right? Again, this should be really straightforward for most of you. Whether you entered here from the Friday before, you entered the break here, this should be pretty easy price movement to make decisions on, right? This is a significant amount of points. Again, when you open up Monday, where we were, there's a lot of there's 100 different ways you can do it. Most of them lead to taking profit in one of these days, right? In one of these days. So, again, today should have been a good day to realize some gains. If we look at some of these retail stores, I'm going to use WBA as an example because fully positioned there. So RAD, WBA, these again are offering just sort of, it's a sort of a one of those like adventure novels where you just kind of decide what you want to do because again, there's not really a wrong way to. It's based on your position. Some of you have ridiculous March monthlies on position still. If you lose money, that's your own fault, right? Now, I'm going to use this as an example because you're not going to lose money if you're significantly in the money. If you have a delta of fucking 100, right? Get that one next to your contracts, you're gaining and losing 1-to-1 on the underlying, right? So again, there's not going to be a problem, and you're going into the 19th on Friday. Market makers will fill you with liquidity, right? So my WBA contracts over here, I'm technically up a few percent on them today because of the demand. What's happening here? I'm just getting filled by market makers. What am I going to push it? How far am I going to push? How far are you guys going to push your March monthlies on some of your positions? You're going to push it right up to the fucking expiration, right? No, as soon as it's getting close, of course it's going to be taking a hit, right? It's like the CGC March monthlies. You guys never put a stop on, so those got beat to shit today, right? They lost. They went from plus 100% to minus 100% in like 5 minutes, right? Just the timing issue. Just the timing. Yeah, there's not much room left this week. I always talk about you need the movement to continue. We needed this to continue up to here today for that to be worthwhile. So what happened on my position here? Not technically, well, technically my position. I'm not talking about Cosa Nostra position. I got stopped out at the level. I got stopped out at open. Your position just keeps running because, again, there's no stop on there. But you guys are live free, live fast, die young, right? On Cosa Nostra. Pen? What about it? Pen question mark. That could mean a lot of different things, David. Pen question mark? Sounds like someone lost money. Is that what you mean? I love my pen position. Pen 200 by Summer. Pen 200. Anyway, what do we got? We got 7 minutes. Just a tad. I was gonna buy puts, but didn't. Okay. I don't know where you've been. Buy puts? You talking about? Buy puts? Here? I'll sell you them. I'll sell you puts if you want them. Holy moly. Opposite end of the spectrum here, my friend. Hey, no judging. I'll sell them to you. You name a price, you name the contract. I will sell you puts. I will definitely sell you puts. In terms of the average, guys, we're basically break even on the day, right? S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, all break even. Small caps are the only thing that have made that much of a move, and really it's because they didn't take profit yesterday at all. No small caps took profit yesterday, which is kind of, we talked about it a little bit, that it was a little strange, right? You can hear me on the last clip quoting, like, this is my quote, is this is a little strange. We didn't take profit at all yesterday on a lot of those positions. So today was our take profit day. So a lot of you are looking at this. Some of you, again, are fucking terrible when it comes to red days. And I'll call you out because I know you guys are terrible at it. You lose your mind as soon as there's a red candle and things have been going up for fucking 10 days, right? And then all of a sudden you have a take profit day and it's like, wait, I have to finally take profit on my position? Wait, these short-term speculative calls I have that expire at the end of the week or in a month, I have to take profit on those now? Oh man, I'm only up 420%. Oof, this is gonna be tough out here, right? You gotta hit that button, right? Just like when you hit that buy button, you gotta be willing to take profit on some of those. Why? Because this is the average, and I know some of those are big pullbacks on the options, right? On the option level, it's a different story, right? It's a different story because you're not just losing value, you're losing time, right? It's such a big part. Will this be up tomorrow? It will be up by the end of the week. Yeah, we're an all-time high, of course. But you need to play it accordingly, right? You got to be able to take profit on this whole move here. Take profit on that. Take it home. And I talked about it yesterday, right? And there's plenty of things that we took profit on even last week before the weekend, and then coming into this week on some of those moves that are weekend plays. There's a difference between pushing winnings and then just pushing losses for some more winnings. Mopsy made the joke in the prop desk channel. Gotta be willing to lose 100% today to be up 200% tomorrow. Like that mentality, it's a joke, guys. It's a fucking meme, right? You take profit, don't lose the 100%, re-enter, and then go make a new trade, right? You gotta be willing to go stop and go and make new trades all the time, right? Just like when you sell, you need to be willing to rebuy. If you're in a position, you need to be willing to take it home, right? Don't sit there and watch your position go down. I know there's people in here. I took the day off. Do you think I let all my positions go to fucking zero today? Because I wasn't here all day? I was out walking around, shopping, having a good time. Literally, it's fucking beautiful out. A little chilly today, but you think I'm just letting my positions go to fucking zero? Like some of you just watch your prices. You watch price go up and down. Just do something, right? Just trade. You just gotta make a trade. Take it home. Take it home. With the girlfriend, get something nice. Buy something for yourself. For once. Facebook, again, cute. It's cute above this level. We'll see how tech does. Again, it's a lot of points to catch up. It's a lot of points to catch up. It's nice that on a day like today, we're getting we haven't been very connected. We haven't been very connected with pricing, which is, it could mean a few different things. We haven't been connected. But today, when you have basically no volume on, like, I don't know, 80% of the market, and the only thing that's actually moving are mega caps, that's literally their role, is to provide liquidity. They're used as liquidity holes. That's it. You need liquidity, you need to buy something right this moment, you go buy mega caps because they're fucking huge. That's a good confirmation that they're not that beat up, right? Now, it's not in the greatest spot. It's not in the greatest spot. But we're continuing the trend, climbing the ladder through the supply. It's good. It's definitely good. And so, again, for all of equities to be to the upside, you need tech. You need the weakest link at this moment to keep going, and we're getting that. We're definitely getting that. So we'll see how it continues, right? We'll see how it continues. But nothing's changed today. That's the main point of today. Nothing has changed today. Had some take profits. Right from the open, right? Right from the open. And we continue, right? Are some of these things not going to be up tomorrow? They're down to Monday and today. They're going to be down tomorrow. Oh boy, lost a percent on GE here. All right. Tough, Oh, good. All right, what do we got? We got 30 seconds. I got no trades to make. I bought on some dips earlier, about 2:30 when everyone woke back up. I don't know if everyone just agreed the same way I did. I don't know what that whole thing was, but apparently we all agreed on the same thing today, which could be a good sign as well, that we're going to be putting some fucking points on tomorrow. Everyone will be awake. Again, it only takes one trade. You don't need to fucking watch every 2-minute candle. That's for sure. That's for sure. If you guys are that, I don't know, glued to your screens. What do we got? Let's see. I'm going to put extended hours on, see if we get anything coming after hours, because, again, today was a little bit of a dry day, so I'm expecting maybe some action a little later. We'll see if we get anything popping up. If you guys see anything, definitely call it out as well. It's going to take a little bit for these to update a little bit, but yeah, so for today, look where we are. We basically broke even. Ecto says, I picked an okay to do nothing. Absolutely. Today was the do nothing day, which usually was going to happen yesterday on Monday, but we didn't get it yesterday. Yesterday, actually, I don't know exactly the whole reason no one wanted to take profit, but we instead did it today. And usually a take profit from a big week, which was last week, is just do nothing. It's a removal of demand. It's not additional supply, right? Because we're an all-time high. There's not more sellers all of a sudden. That's not what it is. It's just the removal of demand here. And so if you look at where prices are overall, if we look at just the Dow Jones, right? The nightly news play. What's going on here? We have a higher low still. We have a higher low still, and we had a removal of demand, some take profit today. That's barely anything on this move. I talked about the candle yesterday being a bit bearish, how it's not going to change the overall bias. Did it influence a little bit today? Possibly. But it's a short-term, very, very minimal sort of signal. It's not like signaling that now this is bearish. Just like some of these other charts, just because it's taking profit. Some of these are up like 50%, and then it's down like 5-6% today, and some of you then want to short it. Like David says he wants to go buy puts on Penn. That's insane. I'm not calling anyone out, but that's just insane. Like, what do you mean? Like, there's a lot of examples of this. There's like, I mean, there's too much risk on and too much bullishness to react to one fucking day, guys. It's one day, and the whole average was up. Almost all the averages were break even or up, right? The only thing that was down was small caps, but that's because of the overreactions that happen because of the sizing, right? It's the sizing makes it. 1.5% here is nothing for a take profit day. When the whole thing, you know how much this was up from here? It was up over 13% in a fucking week. This is your first take profit day, and now you're willing to short. Same with some of these others. Don't do that. Do not fall for the trap of, okay, well, we had green days, and you know what? I was a pussy and didn't buy anything. Now, you know what? I'm going to take, this is my moment. I'm going to start to short this shit. This is done. We're over. No, boys. We are an all-time high. S&P was an all-time high today, pushing through, right? We're in all-time highs, and we continue to push through the all-time high. Don't forget it. You had things that, again, those weaker charts, which are the mega caps and tech, we're putting points on today. Yeah, Amazon looks disgusting here. I'm going to use this as an example. Amazon, it's still trending up though, right? It's fucking working through it. It's still the most bearish side of the market is putting points on things like Apple. I deleted some of the trend lines here. Whoops. Okay, delete some of the trend lines here. TradingView's giving me this error that apparently I can't save again this here. Apparently they lowered the amount of drawings you can have again. So we're going to have to figure that out. If someone has any ideas, let me know. But so for instance, even Apple here, only 1% or so. Only 1% or so, but this is bullishness on a day that it's kind of taking profit and not much volatility or anything. And so again, the rest of the week looks pretty bullish. And so you got some opportunities again today that you had pullbacks. If we look at our benchmarks of energy and banks, still the number 1 and number 2 gaining sectors this year, still the most gaining. Yeah, they had a take profit day today. Coming from this move here. What do you think? Is this the end? Should we short energy here? Maybe it will. Are you going to do that though? Are you going to bet against the move that we're currently in right now? Are you going to do that? Are you going to do it right now? This is your moment right now is when you're going to do it? No, doesn't make sense. If that was the case, then you're going to wait for a consolidation and we'll change. Are we going to be value forever? No, we're not. But you know what the problem is that doing that is again, it just means you don't know because you didn't understand this whole move to begin with. Because no one would do that. You have people like Ray Dalio coming out today. I don't know if anyone saw his comments. He's sounding more and more like I'm sounding like that too, where we have this like sort of thorny personality to things right now. You can even see in his comments saying like he was calling things fucking dumb and like shit you wouldn't expect this guy that's like worth 50 billion to be saying about things. Like cash is fucking shit. He was saying bonds are fucking stupid. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. Those are direct quotes. Bonds are fucking stupid. That's like a direct quote. Like right now, everyone has a very good understanding of what's going on. We're risk on. The market's pretty stupid. You guys can go buy like NFTs, these tokens and shit. What's that guy, the Bleepy guy or whatever, Blippy, who sold his painting for his online like portfolio for 68 million, the art piece. Like we have NBA Top Shot, all this crazy shit. If anyone wants to start a small business, now is the time because anyone will give you fucking funding. Free money, boys. You guys want to start something? Just go apply for some funding because everyone's throwing money. Again, don't forget the macros going on right now. People are just throwing fucking money. They're just throwing money left and right. There's so much money. It's just ridiculous, right? It's a ridiculous amount of money. the Fed continues to provide liquidity, there's even a chance. There's even a chance that where did the yields finish today? It still finished over 1.6 today on the 10-year. There's even a chance that you run into some supply and demand issues on the bond market, which I talk about a lot, and the Fed will fucking give more money, provide more liquidity. You know what happens if they increase from 120 billion a month to more? The market would go insane. It would go insane. We're already going insane. Look at the market. Or specifically, let me show you value. Look at this trade. Look at this trade. Imagine betting against this at any point. It's insane, right? Just keep buying, keep pushing it. I know it's not the greatest thing to hear, but the reality is that there's no reason to not continue to go long. There's no reason. You could go long, lose half the value tomorrow, and still keep pushing that position, and by next week you're probably up a few 100%. That's the fucking reality. Some of you got to come back to reality, right? That position that we have on CGC, I'm literally going to give you guys a lesson here. Our position is down $5,500 today, $5,500 today. The overall position's only down 2,000 because we gained 10,000 or so. So the overall position is down 2K. It's down 2K unrealized. So the position overall is worth 5,000. We bought it for 7, right? That is probably going to be up tomorrow. I'm going to take a screenshot for you guys. I'm going to throw it in there. Now, you guys, I got stopped out on my own position. So you guys should have got stopped out, but we're going to use it as a fucking lesson. I bet this will be up tomorrow. Right? It'll probably be up tomorrow. Here, I'm going to put it in there. I know why it's so hard for me to get a screenshot of this shit. But yeah, so again, don't do this whole mentality of, oh, red day. That was it. No, it's because you're a pussy and you missed the trade before. That's it. That's it. Right? You guys know. Here you go. Look at this. Now, reminder, or FYI, this was a lot worse earlier. That was a lot worse earlier. That right there was a lot worse earlier. Skin in your teeth. All right, let me take a look at the profit section. I have some other things to talk about. Some other things to talk about as well. Brian, minus 64. Awesome number. Awesome number. Again, for today, it's a take profit day, so I expect red coming out from you guys. If you didn't, then you probably gambled. C Trader, minus 900. Stopped out of positions, took profit on others, pushing some positions. Awesome. Makes sense. We've obviously seen some fucking big numbers from C Trader. So, David, minus 200, broke my green streak. Oh man, I guess it's over. Go rope, right? Rope time. Again, guys, every day is not going to be green, right? So, David, minus 200, that's a great number. It's a great number. Again, you don't need a green streak. It takes one fucking green day. I'll take 279 red days for one big green day. Every fucking year. Every year. I'll lose every single trade but one. No problem. Again, if that green trade's going to pay for everything. And that's how it works. Remember, guys, that's how it works. If you guys are taking my fucking 100% per trade thing seriously as a religion, that if I don't have 100%, I'll get stopped out. If you're taking that seriously, only 30% of your trades are going to be over 100%. Fucking guarantee it. Guarantee it. That's my number. So if you can get more than 100%, if you can get more than 30% of your trades over 100%, then fucking let me know what you're doing. I'd love to know. Mets is down like 200, but haven't looked in a minute. Awesome. I like the mentality. LSU minus 750. I think he gave us, he said he's holding Neo or something. I have no idea. Spoon, minus 3%. Stop and reloads. Okay, I like that. Chris, minus 2%. Pushing through. Bought back into some dips this afternoon. XLE, XLF. Awesome. Sounds like a good plan for tomorrow. Or for the next month or so. Certainly, at this point for XLE, just to go off of that comment, if you think about where this is, what's happening up here? Well, we've already trended. We've already put a lot of points on, right? This is almost 40%. 40% in a month. 40% in a month of trading. Right? That's a lot for fucking energy. Why? Because energy, this shit does not move. Look at this. It doesn't move. Here's where it is in normal circumstances. It doesn't move. You just sort of trade flat, do nothing forever. So 40% directionally. Hundreds up to thousands of percent on this trade again, right? And so that's where this is almost meaningless. It means nothing. It means nothing. You could actually be in a long position here and gain money on this move because it's actually allowing for new people to come in. Again, there's a difference. There is a difference between price pulling back and it's going to be hurtful and price being healthy. This needs price movement. It doesn't allow people to re-enter, does it? A lot of you looked at these charts that keep trending up and you can't ever enter it because there's never an opportunity to. This is healthy price movement that allows for a new entry, allows for more price movement. How many times have I showed charts that this is what they do for a move, right? They're trending up, and then as soon as they pull back for a couple days, then they take off because that pullback allows for new entries, new price movement, right? We see it. You see it on everything. There's nothing that doesn't show that. Fucking Bitcoin does that, right? Bitcoin pulls back a little bit, even though that's not even a trade, right? Everyone's just buying that long term. Even when that pulls back, it allows for more and new demand to come in, right? So keep that in mind. I like that idea. Mobsky with the -5%, same story as everyone above. He says he nailed entering on the Viacom whip. Imagine, guys. Imagine over here. Oof. And I like how Mobsky called it a whip. It technically is a lot. Technically is a lot. It doesn't look like it. This is a problem with this chart. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, that's over 7.5% there. And that's that whip he's talking about. But even from this move from here to highs to low, ooh, buddy. And again, this is a trade to always be a part of. So if you get an opportunity to go buy it, fucking buy it. Again, a lot of you keep watching. This, I told you, from this entry over here, from the Friday to over here, was 2,000% on an average. 2,000% for an average. There's people making 4,500% on this fucking chart. Imagine. All you had to do was buy it, and then you're bitching about today. Some of you are crying to your fucking cousin Greg. You got your own head in the macaroni bowl today. I'm trying to be edgy just to be, because it's a red day. Keep everyone in line. But the point is that, well, where were you when you could have been making money the week before? What were you doing? What were you doing when I told you to just buy something, right? Just buy something, right? All of those trades that we made from the weekend trades, you buy it on Friday, you gap up for 100% trade on Monday. You could have took profit, been happy with it. Guess what? You had the opportunity to push all those through, and look, this pullback on some of the, I'm showing retail charts to give some insight into retail. Retail overreacts in a lot of situations, right? They're going to overreact just like in here. So it's just like, or here, I'll use the actually pen from what David said earlier. It's the same thing here. They thought the same thing in here, and guess what? We bought it on support over here. You know how many points this is, guys? You know how many points that is? It's almost 50%. That's almost 50% in a week. You know how many fucking percent that is on options? That's a lot of money. And then all you had to do is go buy down there. You didn't have to do anything. Literally, that was a trade we're going to make no matter what. We didn't even need to do anything. You didn't have to watch on 5-minute, 15-minute. You just bought when it was low, right? And everyone's overselling. It's the same thing here, right? Is it not the same thing here? Is there anything different? What has changed? Did something fundamentally change? Like, is there some reason why the people that are selling down here are the same ones buying over here and then selling again here because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? Look where price is. You could have just bought and just keep pushing price. Again, it's this notion of momentum and being a momentum trader and being in and out and being like frisky with shit. You don't need to be like that, right? All right, let's see. Is there any oh, here we go. You get not updating on TradingView. I do see a bunch of pricing changes. Let's see. Anything on the downside? Can't tell. TradingView's after hours is shit. Oh well. You guys didn't say anything. But anyway, for that, whatever. The Fox position does continue here as well. I know I mentioned this a lot over here. Now it just keeps getting pushed. It's a good example of a position that you don't get pushed out of it. And I did mention over here with this candle here, it's really easy to... This is a long-term trade. You don't take like this trade in like buy March monthlies or some shit, right? Again, there's a difference between trades when you're buying short terms and then buying a little bit longer term because you need legs. You don't want to cut your legs off. Here's a good example of what about back over here. This is almost 5%. Did you get pushed out of the position here? Well, it put another 10% on. Again, there's a lot of trades that look like this right now. So here's a good example of a trade. You need to just remember the possibilities, right? It's one red day out of a whole, it's a mixed bag, right? It's a mixed bag. You can get green and red. It's about the trend that it's on, right? And the whole market is continuing to get demand. It's important to realize that when you're an all-time high, as long as you have consistent demand, you will push up higher, right? Today, you had a removal of demand, but you didn't get more supply, right? So that's why even when you look at just the average here, is this a bad candle? Is this like the end of the fucking world over here? If you think this is a bearish candle, where are you? What are you looking at, right? No one's going to trust you or care about your opinion. And no one, your trade's irrelevant, right? This is extremely bullish. This is extremely bullish. It's just a slow day today. Does every day need to be a fucking firework? What's that Katy Perry song? What is that? What you're doing? Is that what you're listening to? Like, it needs to always be fucking just an insane amount of points, right? Imagine again the people that sold a lot of things today that are going to be the same ones buying again because they're not. You're removing the entirety of a move in a trend from your purview. You need to think ahead. Where's price going to be in a week from now? Not where it is right now. If you were thinking about where price was at lunch, you're not thinking about where it is next week, are you? You're not. You're not thinking about what's going to happen the next few days of the rest of the squeeze here from Marches and what's going to happen thereafter, right? Again, this move is continuing. There's a lot of money. I'm going to go over to the dollar. Let's go do some macros because, again, it's going to matter. We still are getting, again, yields are still high. We're continuing to get the reinflation trade. Again, I told you guys not to get baited into tech. There's opportunities there on short terms on individual positions, not the average. You can't trade the whole growth side. You can't. There's individual tickers there that, even I joked about Facebook, there's trades like that are breaking through resistance levels that you can buy, right? That's fine. But in terms of 99% of your trades, they should still be tied to the macro side, which is that yields are still higher. They're not breaking down. They're holding their level. And the dollar's not breaking down either. Now, the dollar is shit. Dalio's right. The dollar's shit. It's going to push down because we keep printing, and inflation, as much as it tries, is not going to be able to break through the fact that there's so much pushing down. So, again, the dollar is going to come down. It's going to come down, and it's going to continue to fuel the run. So, where this is, though, it's important to realize that where this is here, it's very much like the VIX chart, spot VIX, where the spot VIX is so low, but we know volatility is actually high, right? Everyone's fear is high, and everyone's idea of how things are going to move is high. Everyone's fucking always worried about big moves both ways. So it's the same with the dollar. We know the dollar's technically down here. We know it's lower than here. We know there's more money that's entering. This is just the inflation, the expectation, those break-even numbers, right? So keep that in mind. It's really important to, when you look at these, understand this is not fucking reality. This is not reality. If we're looking at silver, AGQ, would we expect a similar move in gold or no? But there, again, what's happening, we have some sort of super cycle going on with commodities, right? We've talked about gold. First of all, over here, we traded gold and silver, right? Coming out of the summer. Why? Because the Fed was printing a fuck ton of money, right? Spending a ton, right? So what happens when the dollar's breaking down? Gold and silver commodities go up, right? Dollar goes down, gold and silver go up. That's what this whole rally here was, right? You just compare it to the dollar. Here you go. Dollar's coming down, gold, silver's going up, right? And then over here, what was happening? Well, gold, technically, so we started going bullish here, technically should have been breaking out. It was breaking out. And then what happened? It fucking didn't. It didn't. Technically, in supply and demand, gold and silver should be going up while the dollar's going down. Instead, they all were going down. What was really going on here? There's just better fucking options out there. Like, I don't mean like options, but just there's better things to put your money in than gold and silver, right? So when this should have been breaking when the dollar was going down, it was just continuing to go down. So now it's just stuck in this sort of trend. Now, is gold and silver going to move together? Silver moves. Silver is like the equivalent of small caps to the S&P. Silver obviously moves a lot quicker because it's cheaper, and the way the supply works, it's a little different. So silver will actually lead the trade. I would rather take the thing that's going to move than the thing that's just a fucking slow tank. So if I have to choose one of those commodities to take the next leg to the upside, then I'll be choosing silver. So that's why, and I also put the leveraged on there, the leverage chart on there for a reason. You can see the difference between the charts, right? It's very easy to see. What I'm trying to do here is time the next move, which if you guys go back and look, if you actually go back and look at how crises work, what are we on? We're on the daily. If you go back and look in here, so coming out of the financial crisis, right? If you actually look through here in the way, if we consider this to sort of to be where we are right now, right? This sort of, if we think about the rally that happened with silver, if you take a look at what comes out of the out of QE when the money's being spent, silver going up, and if we think about this coming down, sort of like where we are right now, if you go back and compare some of these timelines here, so again, coming into like 2011 and going further, if you take a look at this price action and think about where we are at this moment, where are we in terms of the financial crisis and up into here, over here? Where are we here? What is this? Is this the top over here? Is that the exact top here? Think about this on your own. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow. We're entering a super cycle. And so there's certainly a chance to go short, sort of like over here, where things are coming down if the dollar's going up, right? So think about it like this. If the dollar is going to rise, this is going to fall, right? What do we know right now? That the dollar should continue to break down, right? The Fed's going to keep printing and keep providing liquidity, which should cause the dollar to go down, which should cause this to go up. All we're going to do is react with the macros. If the dollar is going up because of inflation expectations and because the yield curves are going up, then you know what's going to happen over this would technically cause this to come down, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. So there's a little bit of a chance here, misinformation, and again, this is how everyone looks at it. If the dollar's going up, gold and silver go down. If the dollar goes down, gold and silver go up, right? But there's a chance here where the dollar could be going up, but it's not technically going up. It's just inflation. It's just the inflation expectation. So this could still be making the move. Why? Because we see it right fucking now. Here's why. The dollar's going down and gold's going down. Why is it not going up? Why is it not going up? Right? If the dollar's going down, this should be going up. It's not. It hasn't been for fucking a year, right? For almost a year. And so using this mentality of how this has been disconnected, it's possible with this next move, there could be a significant disconnection, which could lead to a serious rally, recovering points and supply and demand that should technically be there. And with a super cycle, when you look at all of commodities all of commodities are up over the past, 6 months, a ton, right? Even like your favorite corn futures, your frozen OJ, right? All your favorites. So we're going to be looking for that, but I would take the thing that's going to move, which would be historically is silver, and it's also in a better spot. So I'm not saying it's a long-term trade. I'm going to take advantage of people that I don't think get paid enough or don't get paid as much, who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So that's kind of the idea, is the 40,000 a year analyst doesn't really, probably doesn't know very much, which is going to happen. You're going to get headlines that are, we're seeing more and more people talk about the idea of like commodities super cycling and shit, and then going, well, why isn't gold moving? And now they're going, well, now the dollar's going up, inflation's going up, that means gold's going to go further down. I mean, probably not, right? Probably not. It's probably more tied to Bitcoin and shit like that, right? Probably tied more to this, which, by the way, is almost at, what did it? We pushed up to 61, 62 almost. We barely lost anything here. Take profit. So even those of you that are like, well, see, this is over. How many times have you said that now, where it's taking profit and that's the fucking end? I say 100,000 back here at 9,000 now. How many times have you guys said, "Oh, this is gonna go down now"? Don't fucking be that person, right? Don't be the person. Not to say that you can't lose the money on the trade. It's not absolute, but it's silly to bet against what everyone else is thinking. It's not your opinion that matters, right? It's not your opinion that changes things, or your position that changes things. It's what everyone else thinks. That's again where it's important to realize the difference between your mentality and your opinion, and then go, "Oh, my opinion's fucking stupid because what do I know?" I do that to myself all the time. What do I know? We learn from price. The market's our teacher. That's it, right? It's really easy to be like, "Well, the Dow Jones is fucking stupid. Nightly news is dumb. Why would I ever want that?" Yeah, that's what I always said. Over here, I said, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's gross. What is happening in here? No one's doing anything." How many times did I say that? And then now all of a sudden I love it. I'm all over it. All ears, baby. Put the ears back. Let's go. Yeah. You got to be willing to be abstract, change your mind, be open to new things. Even when you guys tell me something, I'm going to be open-minded for a split second, and then if it's dumb, I'm going to tell you. But I mean, the reality is today was a great opportunity to do fucking nothing. Maybe go outside for once in your life, go for a walk, go shopping, have a nice time. And then tomorrow we're going to come back and hit the trades again, right? Hit the trades, hit the weights. What's going to happen tomorrow, guys? I'm going to put a poll in. I'm going to just do up or down. How about that? Poll. Markets. Markets. Up. Down. There you go. Too easy. I'm going to vote up. Now, that's a very open-ended question. Could be talking about anything, but exactly. Who fucking cares? I would just say, guys, I mean, I think I would say for where price is, for the average not to be taking profit anything, it's insane. Again, some of you are like, wow, this was so much. It's the fact that, especially this over here, the fact that this did not take more profit than this is insane to me. That's just insane. That just means that other people are warming up to the ideas I have, and that the market is showing with price, and everyone just keeps buying and being risk on. Look at volatility. It's going to be fucking zero by next week, apparently. There's no volatility in the market whatsoever. That's what the market that's what the market says. That's what the market says. Just last week they were crying about market crashing when the yields were going up. Now people are buying Facebook. Right? Again, short-term memory. Some of you need to knock yourself on the head and go, "Oh," and realize that you're like making a life or death decision based on every candle when it should just be based on like week to month. You gotta just let it come and go, right? Let it come and go. It's just money. And realize that you lose $100 today, you can make $200 tomorrow. You can make $1,000 tomorrow. If it's red today, it could be green tomorrow. It could be red tomorrow. These things, it doesn't fucking matter. It's what you do with it. It doesn't matter if the market's up or down. It's up to you, what you do. If you're in a position, let's say I say something's bullish, right? I say something's bullish, and then it goes down, and then you go, well, I'm going to hold the position because he says it's bullish. Then you know what you are? You're just stupid. You don't have common sense. There's common sense. Things are going to pull back. You keep pushing it, right? If you lost money today because you were in the UDOW, this was down to 1%. The leveraged, you lost money on this today, and that was life-changing to you, the money you lost because you didn't get this, and you bought it today at the top. You bought it yesterday at the top, and you were down today, and you had to get stopped out, and that was really a big deal to you. Then you just don't have common sense, right? No one here is doing that, but I'm just making a point. Again, things can be bullish and have days that they're down, and that's when you need to be making a decision whether to add more to that position or not, because that's the opportunity that you're being given. Again, price needs to have movement to be healthy. Look at all this movement in here coming down to allow for the next move. Take advantage of it when you get it. Again, it's too many times that we all miss the opportunities, and we can't get them back. We're not going to get them back. None of us are ever going to get back the opportunity to go buy at the lowest point of COVID. Now, it took a long time for myself to figure out what the hell was going on here. It took me it took us way into here, into April, going into May, to finally figure out that I can go risk on and buy everything. Nothing down here. Yeah, that was your opportunity. It was somewhere in here. Again, look at where price is now. All right. Look where price is now. Right. Again, it doesn't matter if it's here, or whether it was back here or down here, back years ago from the financial crisis. Look at where price is. Now, again, now you can't see because of the trend lines, but there you go. It's not about one fucking day. It's not about one candle. It's not about 1 week, right? It's more than that. Yeah, we trade in a shorter time, in a shorter time frame with options. Those of you that are doing short-term plays, swinging over a few days to a week or so. But this all matters still. The whole length of things matter because we want to trade what's the most bullish and trade it all the way through. So yeah, we could be trading. We could have 100 different trades over a couple months, right? 100 different trades trading the same thing over a couple months, taking it on every single pullback, but understanding that pullback, you need to know on the macro if it's bullish or not, so that you can buy on every single one of those pullbacks and make the next trade, right? Take advantage of every one of those opportunities. If the chart's not bullish overall, you can't do that, right? It could be a shit chart and you're buying on the pullback and then you lose all your money, right? You need to know, and that's what this whole thing's about. Every single time there's an opportunity to buy it, you got to do it and not say this is the fucking end. It always feels like it's the end. Price doesn't stop for your feelings. Price will continue, right? And most times, the meme is true. Stonks only go up. But you don't want to be the guy that's trading the thing that keeps going down, right? You don't want to be buying the pullback that goes further down. And so that's why we use the rules that we have, and we try to take advantage of trading the most bullish tickers. And yeah, they're going to pull back as well. They will pull back, but that's when you buy them. That's the whole point, right? Tomorrow, I'll be here in the open. I'll be here for, bring the energy. Today was our take profit day, so we got that out of the way. If there's more take profit tomorrow, then that's not taking profit, that's selling. So again, we get red tomorrow, then the blood will be boiling. It's going to be fun out there. So I'll see you guys in the morning. I got some stuff coming out tonight. I know I didn't post the most stuff last night. Again, what's better? It's a better gauge of success. It's not the gains or the money. It's how much you enjoy, how much you're enjoying life, having fun, not being stressed out of your mind. So when I gauge my success, I don't go, wow, look at my P&L, mom. Mom, look at the P&L. No, I'm enjoying things, having fun. I can take the fucking day off, having a good time, right? That's success. So again, don't gauge things off of just the money, guys. Some of you are stressed out of your fucking mind every day. Enjoy things, right? Maybe you need to make a little bit more money to enjoy it. That's fine. Stress now, but enjoy it during the moment, of course. So I'll see you. Enjoy your night, your morning, your evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the morning.